You are now on air.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first show for our 2021 Communication Arts Talk Show. My name is Jason. I am one of the teachers at Language Arts Workshop, and I will be your host for today. Before we begin, I am going to go through a few ground rules. So, first things first, the audience must have your cameras turned on. This is to show respect for not only your the performers but also for yourself and for the whole event in general. The audience may blur the background if you want to, but your video must be kept on throughout the entire show. Performers, make sure that you are using the same virtual background as your group members to make it easier for teachers to spotlight you when you need to be spotlighted. Okay. Next, food is not allowed. I hope you have had your dinner. Please always remember that you are on camera. Even if you are not spotlighted, you are still on camera. So don't do anything you don't want to be on camera for. Chat will be disabled, as Misu said just now, because we don't want people chatting. We want you to watch and enjoy the performances. Our show today, as you can see from Misu's screen sharing there, is three groups of students talking about self-awareness, about knowing yourself. And these are all actually preparing for their exam tasks. This event is kind of like our mid-year assessment. It's a kind of like a checklist for the students' readiness for the exams, their physical setting, their equipment and devices, their confidence, their communication skills, interpersonal skills, and so on. Because exams nowadays, not only our kind of exams, but any kind of exams really, they are all about owning your knowledge, not just memorizing and vomiting out whatever you have memorized. That doesn't work anymore. So, to that end, this particular event, we are using a very academic form of scoring. For every student, every participating student will have checklist rubrics for them to give score to other performances. And we will have a little bit of discussion session if time allows, so that we can share our scores. What scores did we give to each other? So this way, audience and performers all can learn together. Teachers will be taking attendance at the beginning of the show, which is now. And by the end of the show, we are going to have a group photo with everybody. So if your attendance has been taken at the start, but you are not there for the group photo at the end, which means you are considered absent and you don't get the independent learning hours from this particular session. To qualify for independent learning hours, language arts workshop students are required to participate throughout the event. Participate, not just attend the event. So independent learning hours is a thing that our exam syllabuses use to make sure that you are ready for the exams. You have to do your own work in your own time, not just attending classes. That would be guided learning hours. Independent learning hours means the extra time you spend to improve your own communication skills, which can include this kind of activities. The description of today's show: discover how teens practice and gain social and emotional learning skills through the CSI4 tasks at Language Arts Workshop. This is basically talking about how we need to know ourselves. And how do you know yourself? First, we start by knowing what do we enjoy, interests, your favorite activities, and your passions. Okay, so for our first group, we have two pairs of performers. The first group will be Ziyuan and Jocelyn, and the second group will be Felix and Shule. So please put your hands together to welcome them.
Hello everyone, my name is Ziyuan, and this year I'm currently 13 years old. I have been at law since I was 8. It has been 6 years now, and today I will be here to share with you my interest, which is coding, and how we develop and learn more about programming. Jocelyn, on to you.
Hi everyone, my name is Jocelyn and I'm 14 years old this year. And other than the interest that I'm going to share today, which is programming, I also love to play the piano, which can help me reduce my stress. So now I'm going to share about my history. I started to know programming when I was 12 years old and I was really curious that time. So I did some research about what actually programming is. So after that, I learned the basic theories before exposing to the programming software last year. And that it was quite hard to learn because our programming subject was in Malay language. But then I also really enjoyed it a lot. So Yuan, would you like to share about your history?
Well, certainly I do. So I actually discovered programming at the age of 8, just at school in my school's computer classes. In the beginning, I didn't really give much thought about it. But after some time, my curiosity began to grow. And so my dad took notice of it and started to teach me some basics of the block programming scratch. And by the way, my dad is attending this meeting and listening to my speech as I speak. So as time passed, I started taking programming more seriously. But that wasn't really the end yet. When I was around 10, I met a teacher who introduced and encouraged me to join various activities and competitions regarding programming. I joined quite a few of them, and just a few months ago, I actually managed to get into my school's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics STEM club. And here I am now, sharing with you the activity that kept and still keeps me company to this day. So let's get straight to the topic. My interest is coding, and today I'll be sharing about how we develop and learn more about coding. So firstly, do any of you know what coding, the difference between coding or programming is? No? No one? All right. So coding is actually a set of instructions for the computer, whereas programming is executing, or in other words, activating your written code. So how do you develop and learn more about coding? Firstly, what you can do is to self-learn. You can explore online websites to learn more about programming. And these are just to enhance your skills, for example, your coding skills, critical thinking skills, creativity thinking skills, and problem solving skills. Secondly, what you can do is to join more activities and be more active. You can join activities, for example, competitions, camps, workshops, etc. And these are just to test your knowledge on coding. Lastly, voice out when you need help. Ask questions. You can ask the people around you for help, or you can ask online, like a website called Quora. It is actually an American question and answer based website where questions are asked and answered. So that's all from my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Jocelyn, now on to you.
So now I'm going to share about my topic, which is creating awareness about the benefits and the future career in demand of programming. So who actually inspired me in programming activity? So my primary friends inspired me in programming as they kept talking about it during our school time, and I was really curious about it. And they were the ones who advised me to apply for schools that have programming subject in it. And I really enjoy the chance really much. And these are the examples of programming codes, and this is the result after putting it into code. And what are the benefits of programming? Firstly, we get to know how to analyze problems and solve them. But why do we analyze problems and solve them in programming? Well, that's actually because during school classes, we are given some activity and we need to solve them immediately and put them in codes so that it can work out. And secondly, it unlocks many job opportunities. Lastly, it improves our problem-solving skill, critical thinking skill, and also our problem-solving skill. And we can also learn one more skill, which is programming skill. So what are the future career in demand of programming? Firstly, we have software application developer, web developer, computer system programmer, and also computer system engineer. And as you all know, Mark Zuckerberg is a computer programmer, and he actually inspired me a lot into programming. So that's all about my topic. And to the audience out there, if you all want to try more about coding or programming, we need to gain trust from our parents to make them let us use our gadget more, as programming need us to like stare at our computer screen. So we need to like be more disciplined and have like some time limit on our own self. And that's all from me. So Ziren, would you like to share about how you think?
Well, yes, thank you, Jocelyn. So it has been a very enjoyable month this month, as I could prepare material, for example, like slides and the scripts, for you guys to talk about my interest and about my topic, which is developing and learning more about coding. So I hope you enjoyed our presentation on our topics today and have a good night. So now on to the next activity.
Life isn't perfect, but challenges makes us stronger. So hi everyone, my name is Felix. I'm CSI4 and I've been with Law for about 6 years. So today, me and Shule are going to be sharing with you guys our challenges. For mine, which is stage fright.
Hi, my name is Shule and I'm 15 years old this year. And the reason why I'm still at law is because I get to learn stuff that those skills that other outsides don't teach, and it is very valuable. And the topic I'm going to share today is challenges as a high school student. Well, now let's Felix have his topic first.
When I first joined law, I had a serious case of stage fright. So like when I was required to do a presentation or have a friendly discussion with others while doing a recording, I would tend to like stutter and my body language will be unnatural. And so you can say that the recordings tend to be imperfect and it takes several times to take the recording just to make it average. And so naturally, you can think that the teachers at law were kind of frustrated with me, but they didn't give me up. And so through encouragement from teachers from law, and I was also given opportunity to try and practice repeatedly. So one of those times, one of the examples was Language Arts Festival. Me and my friends were required to perform a poem from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. And you can say it was a success. And one of my great achievements to me was when I was CSI4. I took the exam and I managed to get distinction, which back then was a huge achievement to me because I never got distinction before. And now I'm more experienced through all this participation and have improved my communicational skills. And after about 4 years, with my maturity, I gained better emotional stability too. So now I can take part in bigger roles and ready to accept new challenges with much more confidence. And I would also like to express gratitude to my teachers, families, and friends for helping me throughout this journey. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Felix. And now it's my turn. And what I'm going to share today is challenges as a secondary school student. So in school, for me, the main challenge is not about school results. It is about school curriculums. So since young, I'm a very active kid who joins lots of activities, holiday camps, or courses that would be benefit with me. And so starting from Form 1, I joined these 4 curriculums, as you can see. And first one is Boys Brigade, which is one of my uniform body, and it is a very popular uniform body in my school, and I could say the whole Penang state. And the next one is robotics, because since primary I love robotics a lot, so I decided to continue. And then it is the sports, which is basketball, because since primary I'm also a basketball fan. And the fourth one is prefect, which we had to go through an interview. So as you can see, from one, from two, and from three, I had lots of committees and posts to hold. Okay, let's start from Voice Brigades. The main task is preparing presentations or hosting the activity. And we also, as committee, we also had to contact the members to message them personally to ask them whether they are attending or not, because we have to gather those data to make sure that everyone is active in it. And the next one is robotics. Since from one, I've been the school team until now, and this year I was promoted to be the cleanliness master to just make sure that everything is clean. And the main task for the robotics school team is to have meetings and discussion for our competitions. And the third one is basketball. And in basketball, we can't do much now because it is the online activity. And since Form 1, I've been the committee in my basketball club, which is form representative. Then when any Form 1 members have problem, they would find me. And when I was Form 2, cleanliness master again, I don't know why am I someone who looks clean? I don't know, but they just give me cleanliness master. And for Form 3, I was promoted to be the treasurer, which is one of the top 3 posts in a club. And for basketball, the main task is just preparing activities and hosting those activities, and also school team supervisor, which is just to look out for those school teams members who have problems. And the last one is prefect. I think everyone knows what the prefect does. They have to stay back after school and reach earlier, and just to make sure the school has a very good discipline. Oh, I think I forgot to say something. The main problem or the main challenge that I am facing currently is overpacked schedule and time management. There's two important things. And the reason why I have overpacked schedule, as you can see from this iThink map, is that I participated in a lot of activities, and also I still have good grades. Still have school grades, not good grades, school grades to handle. And what did I did to solve this problem? First, I did a timetable, but it didn't work out for me because I am a more flexible person. Just look at your school, even when it is music class, your Chinese teacher will use it and teach Chinese. So it's the same thing. And the next one is sharing workload. What I did is I contacted a few of my friends, although they did not help me, but at least I contacted them and I got response from them. And the third one is communicate. Communication is very important in high school because you have to negotiate with your seniors or even teachers when you are doing something. So what I did is I told my voice brigade leader that I am the school team of my robotic, and I have a committee post in my basketball club. So they negotiate with me, and they decided to lower my task load, my workload, and it is quite useful. Unfortunately, I did not really fully overcome this challenge by now, but I believe it takes time because the slower I get, the higher post I will be doing, and by that time, I am the one who is giving those juniors tasks. So, but just think of the bright side, you will get achievements, and you will be maybe well known in the teacher's office, and maybe you could go up the stage to get some prizes. These are also useful when you graduate or when you're applying for jobs. So now I'm done with my topic, and let's Felix talk about the STAR method.
So STAR method is a method to make better presentations. And even teachers here at law use it too. And so the STAR method, you will also use it in universities because you are required to do presentations in universities too. So what does the STAR method stands for? The S stands for situation, T stands for task, A stands for action and R stands for result. And so for the situation, it's like set the scene or situation. Like for me, I need to set a situation for the script or the speech that I'm going to give about my challenge, which is stage fright. And the task is like describe the purpose or the goal that you want to achieve. Like for me, naturally, of course, it is to overcome stage fright. And for the action, is you need to explain what you did to accomplish the task or goal or purpose that you set yourself out for. And the result, lastly, is the outcome. What did you gain? Did you complete your task? Did you manage to gain the goal or get the goal? And so for me, I've already overcome stage fright. So I think it's a win. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Felix. And next, I'm going to share about employability skills. So, what does that mean, or what are those? I think there are parents here. Maybe you could listen to what I'm saying now. So, employability skills are skills that you need when you are working or doing stuff. Even like this project, me and Felix, as an example, we need to use 3 skills. One of it is problem solving, time management, and also adaptability. So for problem solving, as an example, maybe I don't know how to insert a photo in my slide. So what do? I could ask teacher for help, or I could Google and find those solutions. And the next one is time management. Me myself is facing it. Everyone is facing it. Even Misu is also facing it. She said it herself. Even how old you are still facing these time management issues. So just try to learn it as soon as possible. And the last one is adaptability. Adaptability means that you have to be comfortable with your newer situation or condition. Like the first version of our presentation or project was a totally different type. But then Misu told us how to do, and we have to change here, change there, and we came up with this. So all these skills are needed now, or are needed now, but it is definitely you must learn this skill, okay? And why must we learn it now? Because the earlier you learn, the better. Skills are like sports. You can't learn them overnight. I'm going to teach you today and you're going to be a pro at it tomorrow. It is something impossible. So I think what I have to say today is just here. Felix, do you have anything to add on?
The thing I want to add on is that so you have faced challenges in life, right? Everybody have challenges. You can't tell me your life is like perfect without any more challenges. And so if you have a challenge, you can like start out teachers like what Shulei said just now, problem solving skills. And then no challenge is impossible and you can always overcome it at the end. If you give it time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ziyuan, Jocelyn, Felix, and Shulei.
Good evening to the people currently watching us right now. My name is Daryl. I am CSI4, and today, me and my group, Wailam, Yongyan, Jaden, and Ferris, we proudly present to you our own slides, which is passion. We are going to present the importance of knowing your passion. Now I'm going to pass on to Yongyan as she will be telling us the definition and meaning of passion.
Okay, thank you, Daryl, for allowing me to inform the people watching this show. So, what's the definition of passion? According to research, the official meaning of passion has many different sides towards itself. It can be an extreme interest on doing something, or maybe a very powerful feeling. It can also mean that you have a feeling of intense enthusiasm towards or compelling desire for someone or something, as well as a strong desire of wanting to achieve a goal of something. Before all of this research, I think passion is like doing what you love to do, sort of like a hobby. When you're doing the thing you love, it gives you energy to do the things. Like passion gives you energy to do the things you love, and you will never give up on it whenever you face problem.
Wailam, would you like to
Sorry.
share what is your meaning of passion back in the day first?
Sure. I've been wanting to say this. In my opinion, I think that passion is how we enjoy and spend time doing it. How about you, Jaden?
Well, for me, I think I have the same idea with you, but it is something you like or want to do. What about you, Ferris?
Well, it seems like we all have almost the same idea of what is passion is. Well, I think that passion is the things that we like to do without other people telling us to do it.
Oh yes, back in the day, I also used to think that passion is a hobby of something you like and it's used to, but it seems like I have been proven to be quite correct. Now, on to the main topic, I would like to present to you my list of why is it important to know your passion. Because the first thing is it's best to decide earlier so you won't waste your time in the future deciding and whining about because you will be busy, you are all grown up and stuff, you'll have work and all this, you might have no time to decide on your passion. It also makes you spend time meaningfully deciding when you are still younger. Another thing is that it gives you more options for your future job, as when you decide your passion, you in the future you can find a job that has the same, it suits you well basically. You can do it faster and you can do it better. It also gives you a reason to keep on learning, and you will get energy to not give up and work towards to master this kind of specific passion. If you master it, you might as well also move on to another. Not only that, but this also I like. It also gives you something in common with others, so it will enhance your social interactions. You can find new friends. You can communicate with them with the same passion. You have basically a lot of topics to talk about. But even though if I have already explained to you guys about this information, some of you might be also thinking, what are the types of passions out there? Now I would like Wylam to talk about all the types of passions that we have found recently.
Thank you, Daryl. Now I'm going to explain the types of hobby out there. We have 4 types of passion to explain today. One of them is hobby. It can be something you do or can do often, such as drawing, singing, dancing, and more. Both passion and hobby can mean something different to each other, but they can mean something different to each other, but they can explain the same definition. The next passion is interest. It can be something you want to do, but you can't do often. Maybe like ice skating, swimming as you need a pool, and more. But it also can mean the feeling of wanting to know or learn about something or someone. Third of them list is relationship. This can apply to your family, peers, superiors, or maybe your romantic mutual interest. You can make their life a better one by helping them out. Daryl, a few minutes ago, where he says that it can be easier to realize your job by finding your passion. It can be a positive connection to your job. It is good that you can absorb what your career can be and turn it into something that's exciting. That's all for me now. Now we can move on to Jaden.
Right now, everyone must have no information about the importance of looking for a passion, but they may not know how to find their passion. Now, think, is there something you love doing in your life? Maybe in your free time, like drawing, reading, or anything, which is something you love to do with enthusiasm. If so, do some research, or you can also ask others like your friends or family for their opinions. They might honestly answer you. After that, plan it and give it a try, as well as experiment and try different things towards your goal. And that's for me. What about you, Ferris?
Thanks, Jaden, for saying that. Let me introduce you to people. The first person goes to our creator of Microsoft. which is, you know, Bill Gates. He's very rich right now. And back then when he was very young, he was actually just an amateur programmer, which is not that good, not a good programmer. But then now he created Microsoft and with his team, and he's a very good programmer now. The second person here is Walt Disney. He created Disney, and it is like our favorite thing when we were young. It's Mickey Mouse, and yeah, he started drawing when he was like very young, and he tried to launch Disney a lot of times, but then he failed. But then finally he launched Disney in 1928. That's all from me.
Thank you, Faris. The five of us would like to share our own passion with you guys. I'll say first that my passion is reading, playing computer games, eating, and drawing. How about the rest of you?
My passion is playing Roblox and Minecraft to increase my creativity and exploration. And I also love to edit videos and do gymnastic stretching. I'll show you some of me doing editing videos, playing Roblox, and gymnastic stretching later.
I'm Yongyan, and I like doing exercise and trying out different kind of sport. And I also like sketching, and I have some pictures for you later.
My passion is playing chess or playing mobile games like PUBG. I won a lot of trophies throughout the years, and there will be pictures later on.
Well, for me, mine is watching anime, usually those action animes, and also drawing anime characters, sometimes during my free time.
Oh, I see. Now that we all have introduced our passions, it is time to let us show you guys, the audience, the pictures of us doing our own passion.
So that's my Roblox account and how long I've been trained of doing gymnastics and also editing videos for YouTube. Now I have like 362 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm really proud of myself during this lockdown. These gymnastics are being trained, so please do not try this at home if you're not actually trained. You might break your bones or something like that.
Well, these are the medals I won throughout the years when I started playing chess when I was 7. As you can see, there's a lot. I couldn't even count it.
And these are my pictures of me doing exercise and my sketches. And the two photos in the middle, a camp in 2019, and I already missed this kind of camp.
And well, this is my drawings. Some drawings I draw during recess in my school, and it wasn't my best drawing skills, but sadly I don't have pictures of me watching anime.
Lastly, this is all the books I have saved in one of my devices. This is all most of the bookmarks. Some of the books you don't really see that much because the screenshot isn't that big. Sadly, I don't have any pictures of me playing some computer games or maybe drawing or something. And that's the end of our presentation. Thank you all for sitting tight and watching us do our roles happily. We truly appreciate it, and we all five of us hope that you guys have a great day. Thank you very much.
And thank you for performing. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, so everybody, how did you enjoy the show? Would anyone like to give their thoughts before we move on to the question and answer kind of thing?
Very good. I
Very
liked
good.
it.
You liked it. Okay. What part of it do you like the most? Your favorite part?
When Daryl was talking.
Is that because he's your brother?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's very unfair of you. All right. Kayan, what about you? Don't tell me it's your brother talking as well.
No.
Okay, so next thing I would like to ask, this is a test. All right, so we are using a very simple rubrics to give score. We are scoring everyone, every performance out of 100 points total. This is a little different from how Trinity does it, because in the official exams, we don't usually have precise scoring like this for each different rubrics. But we are doing this right now so that you can see how far you still have to go, or for some cases, how much you have improved since the last time we did this scoring. For a few groups like for Shulei, Felix, Jocelyn, and Ziyuan, we did one test run with this scoring system 2 weeks ago, I believe. So at that time, my score for their group was about 50 something out of 100. It's practically failed because they were being themselves too much. You know, you're being on screen, you need to perform. You cannot just be yourself. If I'm going to be myself, I'm just going to be talking like this throughout the entire show. This is the way I talk usually, you know, talking to my friends just like that. Who would want to listen to you when you're speaking like that? So today we could see that most of them, they managed to get more interesting voice out, which is a very good thing. So let's take a look at this, what we have here right now. We score them based on 12 different criteria. Purpose, and then the audience or the situation, which is how appropriate they are based on what audience we have. The content of their talk, the organization of their talk, so they don't have ideas going here and there everywhere. The visual and computer literacy, which is how well they use their device, their microphone, their share screen and all the things like that. Their language, grammar, and literacy skills, which is related to their fluency and their grammar when they speak. Their evidence and their research, which is related to personal story and also information that they got on the internet. And then we have the way that they perform, the delivery. Then we have the verbal communication, which is the way that they change their voice to sound interesting. You know, sometimes we need to go faster, sometimes important things need to go slower. And then we have non-verbal communication. This one, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when they were taken off of the spotlight, a lot of them were not looking very nice. I was not looking at the spotlighted people most of the time. I was looking at everyone. And, well, you didn't get a very good score from me. From there, most of you. Okay, then we have spatial awareness, which is how well you use the space that you have. Not only the physical space, which is your frame here, how you appear in the camera. Also, I'm also looking at what you have on your screen. Is it too many things? Is it too few things? Is the alignment weird? Something like that. Then finally, we have the discussion and interpersonal skills. I am still grading this one right now. We have basically come to the end of our show today. I hope you guys, audience and participants alike, have picked up some knowledge, maybe learned some new things, maybe found out some things about yourself that you might not have known, especially from the passion group, which is something I think everybody should have, you know, a passion. So, does anybody would like to you know, share their thoughts on the whole show overall? Parents, maybe? Anyone?
Yeah, maybe.
For some of you, it might be the first time you've seen your kids perform. I don't know.
Probably, yeah. Overall, I am impressed, actually. Okay, okay, parents, as you can see here, this is the syllabus, grade 4. There are 3 tasks together. Okay, the way I plan the activity for the children actually to overcome their challenge, you know, learning online, and we want to let them see for themselves that they actually can overcome this. Now, parent, if you can see here, there's an age guideline here. Why CSI4 require teenager 12 years old and over to talk about their personal feelings, the challenge, the passion, the interest. Like Yongyan group was mentioning, Daryl group just now was saying that if you find your passion or your interest and work on it, work around it, that passion, that interest may be your future job. That's something you love to do and you don't feel like a chore, you don't feel like a work, just like what I'm doing right here, right now, because English has always been my favorite subject since I was young, and nobody ever forced me to do anything about learning it or finding out about something. So that's why one of the reasons I chose this syllabus for the children here to learn, and they must be really passionate about what they are learning here. Shule was saying 21st century skills. Communication skill is one of them. Collaborative skills, like what they are doing right now. Like I mentioned earlier on, they have never met physically. You knew it. And they managed to get this performance, show this to you that they could do it. And I am very proud of all of you, all of us here. Seriously, this is not easy and we can do it. And this is only first task, okay, guys? There are 2 more tasks to do. And what you see from the screen over there, that kind of rubrics, that kind of assessment, actually is to prepare you for task 3. Because in this syllabus, task 3 is all about reflection. Reflection on your own learning, reflection on your own work. You have to be able to explain how did you write your speech. We taught the kid, to learn how to use certain analogy when they don't understand the concept. You can see that the theory they have to learn is really difficult. And if they don't practice, they will never understand how it works. So here we are creating this kind of events for them to learn, to improve. And it's a group work, which means commitment have to be there. So if you are too busy to do group work or so, you have to do it solo. And doing solo, sometimes it's very boring, but eventually you have to take exam alone or individually. Yes, of course. But overall, I think we did very well. And I would like to thank everyone here for logging in, for being with us, for support the whole events here. And don't forget to join tomorrow. Tomorrow we have grade 3, CSI3, and the audience will also have roles to play too. It's going to be fun. It's going to be like a game show, talk show. Check out our website and read a little bit more about tomorrow's program. Group photo, that would be the final attendance. Yes.
Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Okay. In 3, cheese. All right.
Very good. Okay, see you. Bye-bye. Good night, everyone. Good job.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, all.